What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Wasssup, replace day with the 4, and today I have my WWE Extreme Rules 2014 review, and this honestly was a perfect pay-per-view. Not anything that I thought was wrong, maybe a little me just nitpicking. But anyway, let's cut to the action. We had the first match of the pay-per-view, which was the pre-show match, the WLC match, which was a hilarious match because everything was small. The weapons were small. I mean, of course, you have El Torito versus Hornswoggle. They're small. The referee was small. The announcer was small. And we even had the parodies of JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry the King Lawler. You had BL or JBL, Micro Cole, Jerry the Little King Lawler, and also the announcer had messed up Hornswoggle's name and called him Hornswaddle. Anyway, but the weapons were small, but it was in a very extreme match. They had chair shots. We had people jumping off a ladder. Like, they had a miniature ladder, and we were supposed to be like a big ladder compared to them. And it was like 4 table spots, which is crazy, right? The first table spot, I believe, was the one where Hornswoggle did the elbow off of the hill, you know, where people like stand for the tag team match. He jumped off to there and did an elbow onto the announce table and went through it. And then it was another spot where what's that guy's name? I keep forgetting people. I'm over here burying people. Heath Slater went through a table. There's another spot where Los Matadors and the rest of 3B went through a table, and then there was another spot where El Torito did his finisher onto Hornswoggle through the table, which was the finish of the match, and it was crazy. And then we have the match, and then we have the first match to start off the show. That was the pre-show. Now we have the official show starting. We have the triple threat elimination match between Cesaro, Jack Swagger, and Rob Van Dam, RVD. And anyway, we had it. We started off. It started off with some one-on. It didn't start with one-on-one action like most of them. Like, they eliminate one guy and then do it. They just start punching at each other until somebody got the ring. And there was this one spot, right, where Cesaro just started uppercutting the crap out of Jack Swagger. Like, he did a couple uppercuts. And it was another spot where Cesaro, like, actually, I guess he Jack Swagger was going for the ankle lock, right? And Cesaro jumped. You know that move he does, but he jumps. He like kind of springboard off the top of the second rope and then just uppercuts you in midair. He did that to Swagger while he was putting RVD in the ankle lock, and RVD got out. But the elimination was crazy because this is what happened. Jack Swagger was trying to. I guess he thought he was Sin Cara or something. He tried to go on the top rope, but Antonio Cesaro uppercutted him again, and then did that suplex off of the second rope. And then right after he hit the ground, RVD had hit the 5-star frog splash, which eliminated Jack Swagger. Then we had basically a second match in this match because it became Cesaro versus RVD. Whoever wins is eliminated, whatever. I mean, the winner eliminates the loser, whatever. And it was crazy. It was a spot where, you know, the move that RVD does, where he jumps off of the, whatever, I think it's called the hill or something. It's called something. And he jumped off of there and connected to Antonio Cesaro while he was still on the barricade. It was another spot where Cesaro did that thing where he jumps in the corner and does another uppercut. But they started to bring in they finally brought in the weapons. They finally brought in weapons. I thought it'd be you get eliminated if you use weapons. So they brought out the trash can. And that came in effectively for Cesaro because right when RVD was going up for the 5-star frog splash, he completely lands on it because Cesaro moves out, and then Cesaro does the neutralizer onto the trash can, which ended the match, and it was an incredible finish in my opinion. And Cesaro is your winner of the match, and it's good that Cesaro win because it's trying to put him over as a new superstar The next match we had Alexander Rusev versus R-Truth and Xavier Woods. Well, he ain't have to do it like that. The match started, it had Lana coming out, you know, talking. Oh my gosh, Lana is so sexy. Oh my gosh. Anyway, he came up and he freaking super kicked Xavier Woods while he was still on the apron. That's what it's called. Duh. That's what it's called, the apron. He kicked him off of the apron, and Xavier Woods was out for the whole match. So then it was basically just turned into R-Truth versus Alexander Rusev, and Alexander Rusev, won. And then when he got out the ring, he basically took Xavier Woods and tossed him on the floor, and then just walked off. Just no soda, basically. And the next match we had was the Intercontinental Championship match. And I want to, hold on guys, I want to make sure I got everything, hold on, let me type in. If you hear any background noise, people are working, putting in some work right now. And I'm trying to see it. And the next match, which was the Intercontinental Championship match, it was Big E versus the winner of the Intercontinental Championship tournament, which was Bad News Barrett. And people were so behind Bad News Barrett, and they booed the living crap out of Big E. And honestly, I kind of had a feeling that Big E was going to lose, because Bad News Barrett is getting over right now. He won the tournament. If it would have been like Sheamus or anybody else, they would have lost. Because Bad News Barrett is trying to get over now, he's going to be champion. And now he's a 4-time champion. So the match started off, as a normal match would. Lock up, put him in a corner, get a couple moves in. But there was one part where Big E started to just toss Bad News Barrett into the steel thing, and he just started tossing him. But then Bad News got some moves in. He pew pew pew. See, it sounds weird calling him Bad News Barrett instead of just calling him Wade Barrett. But he's now Bad News Barrett, and then here it is. Okay, so after that, he starts to punch him, and Bad News Barrett went in. It was this one spot where, what Biggie does. He, I guess you could say he speared. He does the spear through the the middle rope, and lands outside. But the ending of this match was very it was clean. So what happened was Wade Barrett went up for the waistline, then he went up for the elbow, and when he was about to hit it, Biggie ducked it. I guess he tried to go for something, and right there, Bad News, he jumped up and hit the elbow in midair, kinda, and he caught him off guard, and then he with the elbow, and it was crazy. And then he was the new Intercontinental Champion, and the whole crowd was behind him. And I'm so happy for Bad News Barrett, because he's been here for so long, and he's been Intercontinental Champion, but he kind of I don't know what to say about it. I honestly do not know what to say about it. So the only thing I can really say is Bad News Barrett for champion. Then the next match of the night, which was the Shield versus Evolution. Man, this has to be match of the century. This was better than the match with the Wyatts. And it's with older people than the Wyatts. The Evolution, Batista, Randy Orton, and Triple H. Come on, man. And then the next thing was, dude, oh my gosh, this match was so extreme. This was a warfare, and it lived up to its name of being a 6-man warfare. So it started off, I was half paying attention, but then I started to pay attention because I realized I had to do a review, and I didn't want to look stupid. So I got in when Dean Ambrose would start to fight Triple H. He started doing some crazy moves, and then he started to do the figure 4 leg lock on Randy Orton, and it looked like it actually hurt from my perspective. But then what Evolution did. They start to beat up the guy, do the double teams. So once the crowd was, he tagged in, I believe it was Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. But no, it was Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns just started going crazy. He started, I believe he was super punching people or clotheslining people. Then you went up, got outside, did that move that he does where he drop kicks you while you're on the apron, came up, and got Triple H, got back in the ring, and he was about to go up. Actually, they jumped Triple H, and they was about to put him in the ring and put him with the the double thing, the triple power bomb. But I think they were setting up for it. But then Evolution came back in, attacked them, and then it was just Batista and Roman Reigns back in the ring. And the crazy part was, when they was outside brawling, Seth Rollins had to go for their springboard, but Triple H completely ducked it, and Seth Rollins landed on the floor. That was crazy. And then after that, they started to double team, a triple team basically. Dean Ambrose was still in it, but he got to get his breather in, and they RKO'd him, and they pedigreed. Well, they was about to pedigree. They was about to pedigree Roman Reigns to end the match, and Seth Rollins did that knee off the top rope, and it was crazy. And the next thing that happened was it went out to an all-out brawl because Batista and Roman Reigns was basically just out. They was just out on the floor, and Triple H and Randy Orton and Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose went out to an all brawl. They went crazy, boy. They went from the ring to the crowd to farther behind the crowd, and they was just brawling and brawling and brawling. And there was this one spot. This is the best spot of the night, the best thing Seth Rollins has ever done. They basically called this his extreme moment. So I guess they got rid of Seth Rollins, but they didn't know Seth Rollins went somewhere else, and they just started jumping Dean Ambrose. But Dean Ambrose was still fighting them off until Seth Rollins got on the thing where the people were sitting, and he jumped off of it and landed on Triple H and Randy Orton clean, like he didn't miss nobody. That was super duper extreme. And we go back into the ring, and right then Batista was about to go for the Batista bomb, but then Roman Reigns reversed into a Superman punch, into a spear, and you get the 1, 2, 3. And what a match that was. My gosh, like this was a 5-star match, and it's hard to believe that Batista, Randy Orton, and Triple H can still have 5-star matches at their age, and because they've been in the WWE so long, they can still have 5-star. I'm surprised Batista can still have a 5-star match because he hasn't been in the WWE for over like 4 years. So I'm really surprised that Batista could still be in there. I mean, even though he barely did anything, I'm still surprised. And Randy Orton, he I'm surprised he did anything either. And because even though he wrestles every weekly night, his technician is and he's kind of boring. But I was really surprised by Triple H because he doesn't wrestle. He doesn't wrestle a lot. He wrestles like maybe 2 matches a year because he's the C. He works behind the ring, and I was surprised that he could still carry a good match too, even though he hasn't been in the ring in a while. Because he usually, he only wrestled like 2 matches last year, which was WrestleMania and Extreme Rules. So that's probably gonna be the last time you see what's his name. Yeah, so he only really wrestled like 2 matches a year. I had to tweak for a minute, my bad. And he only wrestled like 2 matches last year. He wrestled against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 29, and then wrestled at Extreme Rules, and he didn't wrestle again until WrestleMania 30. So yeah, and then the next match we had, which was Bray Wyatt versus John Cena in a steel cage match, the match of the ages. Now this match is a part 2 because this is continuing off of the match at WrestleMania 30, which basically Bray Wyatt said he wants to get the monster out of Cena. He also wants to spread his message, and John Cena's goal in this match was to keep the message down by winning the match. And honestly, the match, it was your average steel cage match. You had people getting thrown on steel cages, but every time Cena would escape, it was like either Eric Rowan or Luke Harper trying to make sure he stays in there. Like one time, I guess Cena's like really strong because both Luke Harper and Eric Rowan hold the door to try to push it back, and he pushed it out, but unfortunately it didn't work because what's his name? Luke, I believe Eric Rowan hit him in the head with the cage door. He went back in. He tries to climb again, and he starts to hit like the steel cage with the chair, which I honestly think he could have failed. Even though you could have got beat with a chair, but at least you won the match. I'm just saying. And then there's another part where he was going on there, and Eric Rowan started to like climb out to push him off, but he started to grab his beard, which is weird. He started to grab his beard and made sure he did not go, and then he got on there, he did the leg drop, and I guess Bray Wyatt was knocked out. I'm trying to remember what happened to Bray Wyatt, but he was out already, so forget about what happened to him. But right when Cena walked out, you heard that, and legitimately, guys, when I heard that, I legitimately thought that CM Punk joined the Wyatt family. I thought the first thing in my mind was, if all 3 members is in there, you gotta have somebody join the Wyatt family who's famous. And I was immediately in my mind, I thought CM Punk is in the Wyatt family, but no, I was just a little kid who had that devil voice singing. He's got the whole world in his hand. I mean, Well, like, I legitimately thought that it was gonna be CM Punk, and it was gonna have a CM Punk versus John Cena, like what, 5, 6 or 7, probably 6 or 7. I think like, let's see, like 4. I think, I'm not sure how many matches they had that were memorable. I'm not talking about no random match. That was actually memorable, and I thought I still can't believe that the little kid was doing that. And honestly, my mom was like, "Is John Cena afraid of a little kid? Like, if I was, I would have smacked the living crap out of the kid and got out the ring." I mean, that's just me, but like, he just stood there like and looked at the kid like, I don't know why you can just like push the little kid and got out the ring. Because after that, Bray Wyatt hit the Sister Abigail on John Cena, which ended the match, and then. They took the little kid, and I guess he's not part of the Wyatt family. Start holding his hands, and the next match to transition from that was the Divas Championship match, and it was a Divas Championship match, and actually it was good because we have 2 wrestlers who are not bad, who are not total divas, no offense to them, but who actually wrestle and put in work, and it was Paige and Tamina, and this match was nice. We had a spot where Tamina literally threw Paige into the barricade. Like, threw her in the barricade. Another spot, she super kicked her off the top rope and she fell to the ground. And she did another part where she like throws him and then slams. I forgot the name of that move. But the ending of the match was the Scorpion crosslock, deathlock, whatever she calls it. I know it was a Raw submission. And that was it. Tamina tapped out. Paige retained her title, but Tamina did look good in that match. She actually wrestled like she was supposed to. Like she showed that she is tough. She doesn't need AJ, and I think when AJ returns, they're probably gonna break him up and have Tamina go singles, and she can actually hold her own. I think this match is basically gonna say that she can hold her own in singles competition. That she's actually good in singles competition. She doesn't need AJ. So that's what I took out of this match. And then the final match of the night, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Extreme Rules match, Daniel Bryan versus Kane. And earlier tonight we had a segment where Stephanie was checking on Daniel Bryan, saying, "You were injured real badly. We could strip you of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship because you're not physically ready because of the stuff that's happened to you." And he was just like, saying, like I said, "Get out of my face. I'm gonna walk in WWE. I walked in WWE champion, WWE World Heavyweight champion. I'm gonna walk out WWE World Heavyweight champion." And that's exactly what happened. And she had said a remark saying, "You're gonna be Kane's BITCH." I'm not gonna say it. And then they had the match, and already Kane was walking down the ramp, and Daniel Bryan was already ready to fight. So he started to fight him, and ding, ding, ding. And already within the first couple minutes, we had a steel chair, a pew, bang, bang, bang. The steel chair, just getting hit with steel chairs, and it didn't stop there. They went backstage. That's how you know it. Oh my gosh. They went backstage, and Kane did some crazy stuff. He took a TV and put it in water while it was plugged in, and that made a spark. But he just starts to throw stuff at him. He actually put Daniel Bryan, I wouldn't say through a car, but he threw him on the, like on the front of the car and broke the glass. And he also almost killed Daniel Bryan because he almost threw a tank at him, I believe, like through like a gas tank or something through a window, but he ducked it. But then Daniel Bryan had picked out a crowbar and hit Kane with it, and that didn't stop. Well, it kind of did stop Kane. And then after he did that, he put Kane on the what's the thing called? What's the thing called? The thing where you drive forklift. He put him on a forklift, and he drove into the arena so that he could put him in the ring. And basically, yeah, he put him on a forklift to take him to the ring. To pin him. And this actually what happened. He dumped him on the ring, got on top of the forklift, did a diving headbutt, and I think he either hit his head on the ring or hit his head on Kane. It sounded like he hit his head on the ring. And that's extreme. If you jump off a freaking forklift, don't even know how high it is, and Kane still kicked out of it, and then he did the thing. He did the animation. The thing where he just gets back up like Undertaker. And then he did something crazy too. Ooh. He put Daniel Bryan through the announce table, but that wasn't it. He did something I thought WWE would never do again, but they did it. He set a table on fire, but he's gonna choke slam Daniel Bryan through a table, through a flaming table. But luckily, not luckily, because bad somebody had to go through a flaming table. But when he was about to put Daniel Bryan through the flaming table, Daniel Bryan moved the rope and Kane went through the flaming table. But then they own that. They don't want nobody getting burnt alive, so they put the fire extinguisher out immediately. And that was crazy. That was extreme. And then he got back in the ring and he got hit with the knees. And the 1, 2, 3, and Daniel Bryan retained championship. But after that, Kane just no sense getting put through a flaming table, because he gets right back up and does the firing thing and looks super angry. Like, how do you no sell going through a flaming table? You're supposed to be shaking and going crazy. He's human, but his gimmick is that he's not human. It's normal to him. So, whatever, man. But at the end, it actually basically made Kane. It made both of them look good in this match, and honestly, I want to see Kane versus Daniel Bryan. Another match like at Payback with this type of match. I always like to see Kane versus Daniel Bryan match. That would be awesome. Kane versus Daniel Bryan at another pay-per-view for the title, because it was actually rumored that Batista was going to be in it, but he said he didn't want to fight. He didn't want to lose to Daniel Bryan again, and he didn't want to face anybody shorter than Daniel Bryan. So Batista's lost, basically. Anyway, guys, that's the end of my review. I give this pay-per-view a 5-star pay-per-view. A 5-star pay-per-view. Yes, I did that. I gave them a 5-star pay-per-view. It's a 5-star pay-per-view, and I hope that every pay-per-view is just like this. But we know nothing's perfect, so there's going to be a pay-per-view that's going to screw everything up. But anyway, guys, you know what to do. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe, do what you do, support me, support you, and your kids. Anyway, guys, I got update. I'll be coming out with some PS4 gameplay this week, because they came out with the update to remove HDCP, and I know I have no excuse why I should make a video, why I should be making videos, but I kind of have a reason. I've been busy, I have to have a life, right? And I've been busy, but I know I'm gonna come out with some next gen gameplay this week. But I need you guys to put out in the comment box what games you want to see me play on my next gen debut, as you can want to call it. But anyway, guys, peace, love, peace, and hair grease. Anyway, guys, I'm outie.